So hi everyone, welcome to you all in my another video. And today we are going to discuss about Norway. So opportunities, the pharmacist. So Dr. Shakil with us. Basically, he's from Pakistan. He did his bachelor's in Pakistan. Then he worked for few months in Pakistan, and then he moved in Saudi Arabia. He worked few years in Saudi Arabia as a pharmacist and pharmacy manager. He have a lot of experience in Saudi Arabia. Then he moved. Right now he is in Norway. So we will see his journey Pakistan to Norway, in between all those things. So Shakil bhai, welcome to you. And can you please brief introduction yourself?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Akram. And first of all, I would like to thank to you two for inviting me on this platform. And I would like to congratulate you on your PhD journey.
Thank you
And
so much.
from University of Sydney, Australia. Indeed, it's a great motivation for the newcomers.
Academic, not that much opportunities right now as earlier. Can you please give us your brief journey about your study and from which place you are in Pakistan?
Well, first of all, I will start from my basic education. I did my basic education from the preschools and then high school and then colleges level. Then I got selected one of the best institute in Pakistan, that is University of the Punjab. It's one of the best institute, pharmacy institute in Pakistan. So I got admitted there and I did my PharmD in 2004 and 2009 session.
Okay.
Then I had some experience in Pakistan and I joined Novartis Oncology as my first job as a marketer. But it doesn't suit to my temperament, to my to what I was thinking about that. So soon I left that job and I joined retail pharmacy in Pakistan, and I made my mind to move to another country to get settled. So meanwhile, I started to search for the visa things and all that matters and attestation of documents. So after getting attested the documents and finally I got my visa from Saudi Arabia and I went there.
So
Meanwhile, I had an offer in Pakistan on multiple positions, but I made my mind. I was determined to go
go to
abroad.
abroad. Okay.
Yeah.
So have you wrote any exam for Saudi Arabia, or you just got without exam directly to Saudi Arabia?
No, it was there were two streams if someone wants to go to Saudi Arabia. One, you can clear your exams. The time that when I went there, you must have to go to to Saudi Arabia first, then had to clear the exam. But now there are many opportunities, of course, in India and in Pakistan and many other countries. You can take your exam online.
Yeah.
They have their centers, but I went there in 2011. So I went there and took my exam there.
So how many years you work in Saudi Arabia? How's your experience there?
It was difficult. There are a lot of hardships when I went there. It was, I was the second batch of PharmD. So
Okay.
those people don't know what the difference between PharmD and B Pharm.
Yeah.
So there was little gap between these two terms. So they was not accepting it. They don't know what the PharmD is. What is this jargon? It took me some time to get my authorization, to get myself registered there, but finally I did it. So it was difficult time. It's not easy to live in that state because they are radical people. So you have some little rights. So you can say you cannot enjoy all the perks of being a human. So yeah, so it was difficult time. But I earned a lot there. I had good experience there. I worked in community section, and I have multiple positions as a pharmacist, then pharmacy manager, then pharmacy operations, and on multiple positions.
So how many years? Like 4 5 years you stayed here in Saudi Arabia?
No, it was actually 9 years. I worked there for 9 years. It's a lot.
Okay.
There is also a language barrier there, but it comes with time. So overall 9 years, but yes.
Yeah, well, but I think a lot of Indian Pakistanis they work even they do not know the Arabic language in Saudi Arabia. Is that right?
In Saudi Arabia, no. There are the major part of the workers, skilled workers, are from, especially in healthcare sector, are
Yeah,
from Egypt. So
Egypt.
they cover the 80 to 90%
Oh,
positions in Saudi
okay.
Arabia. And for Indians and Pakistanis, they share the common, like you can say, 10%, and the
Okay.
rest of the 10% covered by other nationalities.
Okay. Okay.
So most of pharmacists are from Egypt, and then you can say Pakistani, Indian, Philippines, and some other nationalities. Most of the doctors, nurses, they are from Pakistan and India. Many of them who are working in the healthcare sector, especially in hospitals, are from Pakistan, but not from the pharmacy section.
So, so he worked 9 years in Saudi Arabia, and then he moved to this Norway. So Norway. So I mean, what were the factors you was looking to live in the Saudi Arabia? Because you live like 9 years is a huge time.
Well, when I was in Pakistan, when I thought to get out of Pakistan, so the only reason is my motivation. I want to do something in my life. I
Yeah.
don't want to get die like a normal pharmacist. I want to do something in my life to achieve something in Pakistan, to do something different than normal pharmacist. So it was in my mind. So I made my mind and I went there eventually. The reason to go to Saudi Arabia was that I was from a middle class family. So it's at that time. Now I had
So I
some
mean,
bucks.
actually, my question was that what was the factor why you are moved Saudi Arabia to Norway? So is there anything you want to discuss here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after spending some years in Saudi Arabia, I realized that I am in the wrong place. So this is not the place I was thinking about. I thought about. I dreamed about. So so on the meanwhile, I developed a comfort zone around me that I was getting a lot of money from Saudi Arabia. It's a good
Yes,
place to
yes,
save
yes,
money.
of course. Yeah.
But something was in my heart that this is not the right place. So why not move to other place to other country? Then I had two options. Either I go back to my original country, and either had to move on
Yeah.
and go to another European country. So there was an opportunity now these days, and that was Norway. So I decided to go there because it's the right practice it's the right place to practice your pharmacy education, your experience, to enjoy the perks in Norway of being a human, of course.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why these are the reasons. Money was not the reason
Yeah.
for me
So,
because I was already earning a lot there. So the reason is to practice the real essence of pharmacy, to educate myself further, and to establish and to get some other benefits from your European market.
so if you are from mostly the pharmacists, those are doing a student, they're mostly from a middle class family, so they cannot afford a lot of fee when you want to study US, UK, in Australia, So this is the first you can go in Middle East, you work few years, you earn some money, then you can move. For example, myself also, I'm from a middle class family. I worked 4 years in Malaysia, and after that I moved
Mhm.
to Australia. The same for Shakil. He worked 9 years in Saudi Arabia. He was earning basically a decent money, but in Saudi Arabia you cannot be a citizen, you cannot be on a PR,
Exactly.
and they also not treated well. You just you just like a worker or something. I, and
Exactly.
then if you are in Norway, it's like you're like a dream. And Norway के एक बारे में one thing I was forget कि like 6 महीने रात और 6 महीने दिन होता है, मतलब 6 months
Oh my God.
night and 6 day night. We will see how he moved there. So Shakil bhai, can you please describe what are the steps you take from Saudi Arabia to Norway? Any exams or what are the things you have done?
Well, there's a procedure to register as a pharmacist in Norway. First, you
Norway.
have to go to for authorization in Norwegian language. Authorization, they said it. To get your degrees, to your documents to get evaluated from Norway. This is the first step, and for this you have to apply to the relevant authorities in Norway, and that is Helsendirektoratet, helsendirektoratet.no. You have to open this website and you have to go to the further options down to your pharmacist registration in Norway. So you upload your documents, your experience, your transcript, your degree, and your other credentials.
Mr. Shakil
And
bhai, is there any requirement a 4-year degree is eligible in Norway or 5-year, 6-year? Like in India, we have 4-year bachelor degree, so they are eligible to work in Norway.
well, I guess no, because for PharmD, they accept it as their bachelor's level.
Yeah.
They grant you equivalency first. So this equivalency is very important. So if you apply as being a B Pharm, so I'm afraid that they won't recognize this as their bachelor's level. So they will ask you to do some further courses in Norway. So for this you have to take some courses like 1 or 2 year courses in Norway, and which is in Norwegian language. So either you have to go this way, you can have the PharmD or master's degree. So that is much better.
So after your bachelor degree, you can go, but they may say that you have to take admission. You have to go study for 1 or 2 years, then you can register. But if you have master degree, if you have PharmD, you can directly you can go. There is no need to go on a studies visa. I'm right.
Let me refine it.
Yeah.
On your B Pharm, if you apply for on the basis of B Pharm, so I'm little afraid they won't recognize it. So because they will say that, as I said before, they will say that they can do some other courses. So if you apply on the basis of master degree, so you are directly equivalent to their graduation level. Okay. So you just have to do the language part. You will land here on student visa. That will be skilled visa. You will land here and complete your courses B1 to B2 level, and then you will get the job.
So the best way that Norwegian language you must learn before you go. So apne acha hai ki when you are a student, if you are planning to go Norway, so you can learn the Norwegian yourself or whatever the medium, and then you can apply for the direct directly, or maybe you can just go for 1 or 2 year additional study. Then further you can work as a registered pharmacist there. So this is how he said that. If you are bachelor degree, then it might be that they say that you have to go for study. But if you are master degree, directly you can. It's like equivalent for their education. So there is no
exactly.
Need to, yeah. Okay.
If somebody have master's degree, that is equivalent to Norwegian bachelor's degree. Okay. Or if somebody have master's, maybe they will get the master's equivalency in Norway. And there's a little difference between graduation and master's. If somebody is master, there's a different position of pharmacist. Like it's in Norwegian, it's said provisor pharmacist. If somebody is a graduate, so it's a receptor pharmacist. So there's a little designation barrier, and with the master's degree, one can go up in the professional life in Norway.
So very simple step. First step, you have to equivalency for your degree. We can say that this is like authorization, and then you have to apply for your visa. This is the student visa. Have you went on a student visa? This, what they call it? It's called a student visa or called working visa? What is the name for this visa? How they
let's say it's student visa. Let's say it's student visa.
Yeah, it's a student visa, but you can work there. I mean, because even if you are coming to Australia, this is the same. This is a student visa, but it's still in India. We have, in Australia we have certain conditions. You can work only 20 hours per weekly. Is there any condition in Norway?
Yes, it's the same condition. You can work 20 hours a week.
Okay, so it's like when you are going to as a student, so I mean the 20 hours is enough to at least you can earn the money. At least you're living
fairly enough.
Yeah.
Fairly enough. Even one can also save the money.
अच्छा, मतलब ये ना कि आपको इतना चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है. When you're going on a student visa, you can earn and you can live there. So that's not the
exactly.
problem.
And it's very safe country to earn and live, also with the families, with the kids. So it's a beautiful country. I would like to invite everybody to come and explore this Northern Europe, especially the newcomers, even the families, even mid-career level professionals can also come into Norway.
So what is the scenario for pharmacists? Is there a job lot of available, or is like some difficulty to finding a job?
The main difficulty is the language. Once you have done the language, and it takes 1 year to learn the language. If there is no language, no job. Even the no job, some of the part-time jobs, not for the for those who can speak English. Of course, everybody understand the English language, but they give preference to their own language. That is Norwegian language. That is Norsk. Yeah, it
So,
must be done.
so best ये है कि जब आप before you are moving, you must know the Norwegian language, so you can land a job immediately, maybe the 1 month or 2 months. You know, finding a job is up to you. You know, everyone have their own journey. You know, you might be you will get a job in 1 week, might be in 1 month, might be in 2 months. You know, but most of the time you will get job once you know that their language.
Yeah, I got my job even before the language. Before yeah, so it's about references, your skills, your experience, and your luck as well. And definitely the language barrier, language effect is the most important thing, the language effect.
So is there any internship or something we need to complete? The student is going there. Is there any 1 year internship?
There is no internship officially, but if somebody have internship, so you will get your chances to get hired becomes more and more and more.
Is there any exams? There is no exam, just authorization. Then you can register as a pharmacist, or further you have to go study.
Yeah.
And it just
there is no pharmacy exam. Yes, you are right. There is no pharmacy exam, but there are certain exams. Like after the language thing, you will get your job, and you with the job you must have to undergo the exams for the 1 or 2 exams, like legislation, laws, Norwegian laws, and then another one is some kind of you can say legemiddelhåndtering, we called it in Norwegian, like how to handle the drugs, or how to handle the medicines and calculations things. There is a little portion, but you have to clear it. Okay. That is totally in Norwegian language. Okay. So that is why I told again and again, language is the base.
Language is the barrier. You know that I always said basically when you are planning to move, if you are going English speaking country, then no problem, you can easily settle. But you know there might be visa difficulties, those kind of things, and finding a job also is not easy. But if you are going Norway, the difficulty in the learn the language, then might be your life is easy. So Shakil bhai, how much normally they earn in pharmacists? If you can give just a little bit idea in generally in Norway.
It starts from you can say 4 lakhs. Let me tell in Norwegian terms, 4 lakhs and 50,000 Norwegian kroners. I don't know how much it's in Indian rupees. It's annual salary, 4 lakh, and you can say 35,000 Norwegian kroners per month. It's a starting salary. Okay. I don't know how can we convert in dollars or in Indian rupees, okay. But the major portion goes to the tax. But of course, they paid you back in terms of their services, in terms of many other benefits, child benefits, and a list of benefits.
Normally, how much the tax in Australia? I'm living here, so tax is about for myself is about like 28% or something, you know. But you know.
No. Yeah. In Norway is on the basis of pharmacist salary, so it's like 33%.
33%. Oh, 1/3 you are paying, but you know, for your kids, education is free and healthcare is free. So a lot of.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's one of the best model in all the world.
Yeah.
All the countries, one of the best country to live in Norway.
Yeah,
but and one more thing, it's very expensive. It's one of the most expensive country in the world. But you get many benefits, a lot of benefits. You can't even imagine.
Shakil bhai,
you pay, yeah.
So this is true or wrong? 6 months night and 6 months day.
Oh my God.
How's your experience?
You know, when I landed here, so it was a nightmare for me. What's this? What's going on? It's night all the times, especially in winter. In winter these days, it's winter now, and it's minus temperature, minus 20, minus 25, and sometimes like that. So it's all the time. It's night and dark and dark and cold and dark, cold and dark. There is a 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. There is the little sun shades. There is no direct light, but shades, and there's little. Otherwise, most of the time it's dark and dark and dark. Oh, okay. So the first year I get very depressed here. So but now I'm used to with these things, especially with the cold weather.
So how much basically in living expenses is a very, very expensive city? I mean, living
Say,
expenses. Yeah.
it's not that it's very difficult to survive in Norway if somebody is unable to settle here. It's very expensive country, very expensive. So so it's not that easy without a permanent job.
Okay. So what is your advice at the end? Those are looking to migrate to and they are thinking to migrate to Norway if they're new pharmacists from India or Pakistan.
Yes, I would like to especially encourage the newcomers. I'm in middle, you and me are in the middle career level.
Yeah.
So especially those people, those youngsters who are getting pass out now or the next year, very next year, or the previous year or the previous 2-3 years, I would encourage them because it takes little time to get settled here. It's a little struggle, but I'm very hopeful they can do it. If you or me can do it, of course the youngsters can do it. So I would encourage them to come forward and explore the other markets except from the USA, Canada, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. So there, Europe is full of opportunities, but let us struggle in terms of language barriers. Other things are the same. If you go for the masters in English speaking countries, the registration process is very difficult. But here, the registration process is easy, but the language is difficult. You have to focus on the language part. The rest of the things are smooth. So I would like to encourage those youngsters who don't have responsibilities now, who are single, especially male or females. So they can do it very easily.
तो शक्ल ने बहुत ही शानदार बात बताई कि यहाँ पर रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस बहुत ही इजी है but little bit and the problem in to learning a language and
Yes.
he's saying that you must apply there if you are looking some and I'm here in Australia and Shakil bhai is from Pakistan and Saudi Arabia and now he is in the Norway. I'm here in Australia, so we can do. I mean, you can
the next
do
step is
definitely.
and
Yeah.
and the next step is Mars. Yes. Yes.
Yes. तो आई मीन अगर हम लोग यहाँ आ सकते हैं तो आप लोग भी डेफिनेटली आ सकते हैं, तो कोई इतना वो बात नहीं है, मगर ये अपना फोकस कीजिए कि आपको कहाँ जाना है, फिर उसी के हिसाब से आप जो अपना प्रिपरेशन करें. आप स्टूडेंट, स्पेशली अगर आप स्टूडेंट हैं और फाइनल ईयर में हैं, है ना, तो जब से ही आप अपना प्लानिंग शुरू कीजिए कि आपको नॉर्वे जाना है तो आप जो है लैंग्वेज शुरू कर दीजिए और धीरे धीरे फिर अपना काम कीजिए वहीं पर, कुछ रिटेल में कुछ हॉस्पिटल में जो भी मिल जाए, फिर आप डेफिनेटली आप वहाँ जा सकते हैं और आप वर्क कर सकते हैं.
And the last thing, we are always here to help you guys. Whenever you need help, Akram bhai is there. I am here, and we will definitely help you out.
Yeah, but please leave a comment if you have any questions. So Shakil bhai, we will reply to you because maybe I made some questions.